Hello everyone. So today we'll be having a look at Cisco Nexus dashboard. So we have three case scenario. So on the three case scenario, we have the first one, which is a network compliance. The second one is a network outage, and the third one is an application performance issue. So now let's have a look at the first case scenario. So what happens traditionally, so when there is an issue which has been reported in your network, so the user has reported the issue at 8 in the morning, and a specific team has been trying to work on it at 10:30, and at 11:30 create SWAT team with different team members, and it's only at noon with the collection of information from multiple devices and different teams. So what happens, as we can see, we have like almost 4 hours without identifying the issue. So 4 hours where the business is down, it's a huge impact on the cost of the business. So traditional tools which we use is Wireshark, command line, PuTTY, or NSLOOKUP to identify those kind of issues. And now what we can see on the scenario, so it's only at 2 in the evening, so correlate collected information with the SMEs with different teams. So then the issue has been identified eventually, but at what time? At 2:30 in the afternoon, and the fix has been applied only at 3 p.m. So what we can notice here, so we have a big downtime, which is almost a whole day. The business has been impacted, and the impact of the in minutes, in hours, is 7 hours of downtime, and the cost to the business is 2.1 million USD. So it's a very big amount, and it can do a lot of damage to the business. So with Nexus dashboard inside, you will be able to configure a template for any managed objects, verify pre and post configurations. You can even run compliance checks and whether you see whether it has been satisfied or violated. With Nexus dashboard inside, proactive intent assurance, compliance checks runs on pre-change analysis. You will have visibility on configuration drifts, ability to preempt, details object violations. So now what you're seeing on my screen is what we call the one view dashboard. So imagine you are a network administrator of a financial company and you receive a compliance issue in the London site. One view helps you to have a single view of all the site for rescope. So from here, from the one view dashboard, you will be able to see all the information where you have those issues. So the green or the heavy one, and the red one is where we're having issues. And even now, from this map, it's on the map mode now, you can change it to table. So once you change it to tables, you have more information. So with Nexus dashboard, you can add different fabrics such as ACI, DCNM, or cloud environment to have a single pane of glass. As you can see here, we have on the anomaly score, we have one which is critical. So let's shift back to map view. So now in the map view, we can see that we have a location on the Nexus dashboard which will alert us about critical anomalies. So it's the red one, so let's click on it. Once we have clicked on it, we will have an overview of everything. So here we can find some critical alerts that are happening at 11 past 10. On the dashboard, you can have a general view of all the alerts at the cloud London site. So this means it is at the cloud London site. You will have the same view for all sites without moving to another screen. So now let's examine that specific anomaly. Let's click on it. Once we click on it, so we will have the details of the anomaly. So we have the anomaly, the date, and the time at which it occurred. So the NDR shows the critical anomalies indicating the SLA compliance has been violated. As you can see here, the compliance requirement is violated by APIC policy. So let's analyze. Let's click on Analyze. Once we click on Analyze, so what we can notice here, so the NDR suggests to verify the contract between the site, between the tires and we will need to review all the mutual occurrence. So here we can see what is the recommendations. It's already applied the recommendations here. Click here. Now in this case, what we can see from here, we can see that there are traffic drops. So we can detect that some traffic restrictions and drops in the network 10.110.1.0/24. So now what we need to do, we need to view the compliance rules to have more details. Let's click on Explore. Once we click on Explore, so from here now, we will be able to add more details. Okay, once the details has been added, so what we can observe now, we can observe that account management and loan services tires can talk, and the type of traffic that is passing now. But you can also review it at other times. Scroll down. Here what we can see that the tires are communicating using SSH port. The network involved is 110.1.0/24, where we have identified the traffic drops before. Nexus dashboard automatically and continuously verifies and validates the intents in the network. In the common compliance analysis, you can quickly identify if you're satisfied or not with or violated the compliance. So click here. Click here. Click on Configure Site Groups. So once we click on Configure Site Groups, let's click on Actions, View Requirements. So before viewing the requirements, let's go back. So Nexus dashboard automatically and continuously verifies and validates the intents in the network. In the compliance analysis, you can quickly identify if you satisfied or violate the compliance. Here we can see we have two rules. Let's analyze the SLA must talk rules. Click on Actions and View Requirements. The rules enable the account management and loan services to talk, but let's review it. As we can see now, communication is just on port 8080. In our case, the communication is using SSH. We should fix it. So what we have recently done, so to fix this, we must use delta analysis to examine any 2 points in time to compare. So from here, the NDI continuously takes full snapshot of the network and checks the configuration for any errors and the network, behaviors, and more. So we know the program starts at 11:10 and we have selected the time for it, which is here. So in this case, something after 11:10, which is here. Let's apply it and let's create. The report is ready. Now we can check the differences between them, including configuration, anomalies, and advisories. That reveals how the network was operating before and after. So we detected 2 critical changes in seconds. Without NDI, we would have need to analyze the flows and review the logs of all the network devices involved manually. Let's click on Policy Delta. So now we can detect the changes that has been made using Policy Delta. In this case, the admin user deleted HTTPS service filters and added SSH by mistake. Now we need to go to Epic to fix it. So what you can see in this scenario, so in traditional way, it took more than 4 hours to resolve that issue. So now in less than 20 minutes, we have already identified the root cause of this issue by using the Nexus dashboard. And even we have run a compliance check to check whether the compliance has been identified as satisfied or it has been violated. And we have even been able to see the admin deleted HTTP servers and added SSH by mistake. Now need to go to ACI and modify the contract between account management and loan service EPG. The compliance is satisfied and you identified, you can use data analysis to prevent misconfigurations. Now return to the dashboard to confirm the status of the anomaly. So what we can see now, the NDI shows us that the root cause and fix the program in minutes. And what we can also notice that the status has been changed to cleared. So with the Nexus dashboard, you will be able to reduce the incident time, and you will be able to manage your incident more appropriately without going in a traditional way where you need to follow a flow, and it takes more time to investigate. So what you can see is, now with the help of Nexus dashboard inside, 32 minutes user impact has been inspected instead of the 220 minutes with the traditional way of approach. And also it has been saving the cost of $1.9 million to the business. So we have run the compliance checks to identify whether the compliance was violated or satisfied. The teams have quickly identified the fix and issues, and at 11:40, the fix was applied.